Hi, it's Saturday 21st of June 2025 and this is Chris Down Out and About, and tonight I am at the Royal Albert Hall for the gig by the legendary Bobby Weir, the rhythm guitar player from the Grateful Dead, and his band, the Wolf Brothers, and a Symphony Orchestra. So this show has been played once in Los Angeles, where I believe it was a great success, but like everything in music, there are some people that like the Symphony Orchestra approach and some that don't. I'm very much looking forward to it. I think this is probably the first time I've ever seen Bobby live, although I'm not absolutely sure, because back in 1977 his band Kingfish at the time supported Rainbow, Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, at the Rainbow Theatre in London on a Sunday, November 1977. And I vaguely remember that the band Kingfish did about a 45-minute set with two very short songs and one song that lasted for about 23-24 minutes. So whether Bobby was touring with Kingfish at the time or not, I'm not absolutely sure. I've checked on Google, etc. I can't exactly make up my mind. But I think there was one Kingfish album in '76 and one in 1977. And then obviously in the 70s Garcia was doing quite a lot with Grisman and his own band. So there were quite a lot of offshoots apart from regular Grateful Dead gets together. Of course, famously in 1976 there were only four gigs the whole year, which for a band that continuously played live from 1966 right up until, Jerry's death in 1995, and has continued to play under different names since, as carried on the legend. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to get tonight. I've checked a few of the YouTube videos, and really short songs go on for about half an hour, but we're promised two sets tonight of probably about an hour duration, and because I've got to get a train home, I'm going to have a curfew myself, which will have to be 11:30. But knowing the Albert Hall, I don't think it's going to finish that late, because the latest I've ever left the Albert Hall was about 11:10, and that was for the Teenage Cancer Trust gig earlier in the year with the Sex Pistols featuring Frank Carter. So I don't know, some people may criticise, say, oh, the music's too formulaic, there's no improvisation, but we shall wait and see. Personally, I know a lot of fans would love to hear Terrapin Station done live. I hope that happens, but it's 15-17 minutes on the album, and with the improv you can easily go to half an hour, 40 minutes on that one. So whether we'll get Terrapin Station or not, I don't know, but there is a crowd arriving, and I don't know if there's any late ticket sales, but this gig is not actually listed as selling out, which is a real surprise, considering last year the 400 or so fans who travelled to Berlin, Paris and London to see the Dark Star Orchestra when they came last September. So yeah, we shall wait and see what tonight's going to be like. I was watching a thing on Nugsnet a few years back, and somebody said, oh, the sound's not very good. And my comment was, and I hope I was right, the sound will be exactly as Bob Weir will want to have it. So I'm sure there will be one or two people after this gig that will be detractors, that will say certain things, i.e. they didn't hear their favourite song or whatever. But I'm very much looking forward to tonight, and I'll do a report after the show. So the show officially starts at 8 o'clock, but the doors are opening now, which is about 7:15. So I've had a drink already in a pub, so I shall go in and take my seat and get ready for the evening's entertainment. So this is Chris Town from the Royal Albert Hall saying goodbye for now, and see you soon.